Hi everyone, it's Charlotte Nash here and I'm doing a double review today of Crazy Rich Asians, both the book and the movie. So here is the cover on the audiobook, and I saw a trailer for Crazy Rich Asians when I was watching another film, and the book also turned up in my Audible feed, so I decided to read, or rather listen to it first and then go and see the movie. So the review. I'm a really huge fan of romantic comedies. There's such a pleasure in those kinds of films when they're done really well. But they can be a bit samey, which is one of the reasons they're criticised. And sometimes that's part of the pleasure, and sometimes it becomes tired. One of the really great things about Crazy Rich Asians is that it sits broadly in romantic comedy, but it's very different from other stories. The characters, the setting, it's all very much not Jennifer Aniston or Lopez flavour. To be honest, I found the book really slow at the start. There were lots of characters to meet, and a lot of the opulent world to be built before the story really feels like it gets going. And I wonder that if I had been reading the hard copy of the book, if I'd actually have stuck with it. However, because I was listening to an audiobook, I was able to push past that pace, and after that the page traction really does pick up. It's very much a story about the setting. The over-the-top opulence is what really makes the story work, though there's enough story as well to be satisfying. When I saw the movie, I was expecting a huge on-screen realisation of that opulent setting, and to be honest, I was a little bit disappointed with how restrained it was compared to the book. The other dissatisfaction is that while I think it's a good adaptation, and I am generally really forgiving when it comes to adaptations, the nuances and complexities of the secondary characters and subplots in the book is completely missing in the film. The ending, particularly of Astrid's story and of Rachel's family past, is very Hollywoodized and underdone in a very unsatisfying way. It was odd to watch that when the early scenes in the film have been taken straight out of the book. Even the Bible study scene, which I always thought stood out as not matching the rest of the book. I read somewhere that that particular scene was one of the originating scenes for the book written first, and it really read that way. Something that was a legacy and didn't quite fit with the story. So it was doubly odd that the movie went with it anyway, but then departed so drastically from the book in the wrap-up at the end. However, having said all that, it is an enjoyable to watch a rom-com without the usual suspects in the cast, and despite the otherworldly kind of wealth, it does a good job of conveying a sort of universality of romantic troubles that everybody has. It's rare for me to read a book so close to seeing the movie, and the last time that I did that was The Lord of the Rings. And it does create a strange sort of story dissonance in my mind. And one thing's for sure though, I have never wanted to eat in Singapore in a food market more in my life. Overall, I would give the book 4 couture dresses out of 5 and the film 3 mega diamonds out of 5.